Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here with you, and I'm excited to be here to get into my budget and do the paycheck budget. Paydays, so exciting, so much to do, so little time. I have to close out Paycheck 2 to set up Paycheck 3, so I know what was sitting in the checking account before the payment came in, and I have an accurate balance for my checking. Paycheck to paycheck budgeting is my checking account. That's all there is to it. Normally I put the estimated on a sticky note and then I write the actual. Apparently I thought I was going to get $362.27. I've done the pre-budget. I know that's not the number, so I'm going to go ahead and erase that, and we'll talk about what the real number is going to be. Balance forward for Paycheck 3. Which I'm excited. I'm sad that May is almost over. Mother's Day is over with, and I'm excited for Memorial Day, honoring our veterans and first responders and everybody. But I just, well, the ones who have passed, I should say. That's what Memorial Day is for. And yeah, I am just excited, but time is flying by. I mean, it's almost been 6 months. The year has already gone by and school's almost out or is already out. I'm like, where time seems to go by so fast the older you get. And yeah, it's a little bit scary. I did have to change this number down here, and I'll zoom you in just a little bit more so we can kind of get into this. So here I had to remove the electric and I had to remove Discovery Plus. That is going to go to Paycheck 3 because it did not come out during Paycheck 2 time period. It did not, it just didn't happen. So it's all automatic. It's electronic. So if it doesn't happen, I just take it out, do the new number, and then put it in the next paycheck period, because usually it's the next day when it comes out, and it just happened to shift this month to the next paycheck period, which is fine. So I did get our tax refund from Virginia finally. My tax preparer said that it just didn't process and send all the way to where it needed to go for both states of Virginia and Kentucky. But as soon as he did it, within a week, it was here. I was like, okay, that's good. In fact, the day that this got deposited was the same day I got the physical check from the state of Kentucky. You're not going to see that in this budget because it's going into my personal checking account, which does not get a lot of activity, and that money is actually reserved for GalaxyCon, and that's where I'm keeping all the money in a separate checking account. Okay, I am back. I changed the battery. We are good to go and ready to get into doing all the numbers here. As I was saying before, our tax return came in. And then, but what you won't see on here is the state tax return because I put it in a different account. Yeah, so that's what that is. But I did put this in, and then I didn't put this in. This was an electronic deposit, so e-deposit. So I didn't have really a choice. I just had it put in a checking. Then I transferred it out to the savings. Yeah, that's how we decided to do that. So there we go. All right, so again, I changed this number here because these two move forward to Paycheck 3, and I need to put in the actuals for Paycheck 2 variable spending, which is my grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, and copay budgeted, and anything I added after we already did this budget. So the only thing I did was transfer $800 because $800 of this needed to go back into a savings account. Earlier, I guess not April, March, I think it was March time frame, I transferred out $800, gave to my husband for him to plan and prepare for the summer to do activities with my son. So he got the cash already. He has his own prepaid card, and he's been taking care of that, and I've been taking care of GalaxyCon. That's how we decided to split the tax refund. It just took a while for us to get the money because I waited too long to call and find out what was going on. But once I did, it got taken care of right away, which is awesome. Where am I at now? So I need my numbers. Basically, if you take, and I'm not going to flip back and forth, but if you take this number, my week 2 and week 3, which is Paycheck 2, spent in these categories, these will total up to what the number I need here for my grocery household. So that's what I'm going to put over here. I just have them written off the side for time, so we don't take forever. And the first one, grocery household, we spent in total $516.67. I was under for the month, so that, or for the paycheck period, so I'm very happy about that. I gave myself plenty of money for Mother's Day weekend for going out to eat in case we wanted to treat people. I tried to, but they wouldn't let me, and they treated us out to eat. So there you go. I was very happy and blessed by that. So that was really sweet. $230.78. And I was with my mom and my Aunt Betsy and my Aunt Susie, and who practically raised me with my mother. And so I had a great Mother's Day weekend seeing all of the women in my life when I was a child that raised me. So that was pretty awesome. Kind of getting emotional thinking about it. And I did go over in miscellaneous, and that was $385. There we go. And gas. We did good in gas. That was $191. I guesstimated very well with that. So far the prices are staying steady. Copay is $45, and we spent $57.90. I forgot there was going to be an extra doctor's appointment, but we had enough under budget to cover that extra overage, and then I'll just replenish copay going into paycheck 3. And we should be good for the rest of the month, though. So I don't think I'll end the month in a negative note. So that's good. $127.88. These are my Sara Marie stickers for July's kits. And then that transfer to tithing savings, $800. We're not sure exactly what we're going to do with it. I gave my husband $800 out of it at the time, and I thought we would get our tax return right away, and we didn't. So I'm just now getting to replenish that back. And so now we're just looking for opportunities of where we can give and share God's love to the world. So that's kind of what we're doing right there. Yeah, that's it. So now I get to total this column up so I can get the actual number and for what we spent in our variables. So I will be right back. Alrighty, so we came up with $2,309.71. I want to put that here really quick. Alright, so now I can take all three of the actuals. I never wrote down what the deposit was. Balance forward from paycheck 1 to 2 was $690.21. Salary check came in at $2,552.36, and then that check from refund check that we got, $818. All right, so we have $4,060.57. There we go. That's what we were working with. I'll make sure I got this number right. $4,060.57 minus what we actually spent and fixed. I did have to adjust that. I normally don't, but I did this month. $1,256.93, and I'm also subtracting out the $2,309.71. All right, that left us with $493.93. Okay, so we got back more than what we thought. The original number, I erased it, but I can still see it a little bit. $362.27. So now I'm going to write $493.93. I wonder what the difference was. How much money did I get to keep because I didn't spend it all? $362.27. I kept $131.66. So if you're into savings challenges and things like that, this is a great way of either through a paycheck or through your categories to find that little bit of extra cash that you can transfer into a savings account or something like that, or withdraw cash from and do those savings challenges. I'm not into them. but a lot of people are, and I enjoy watching people that do that. So yeah, it's just not something I don't have time for. And I don't have a bank to get cash without having to pay fees, because I don't have a Navy Federal where I live, so everything's done electronically, and that's okay. I don't mind that. I like the way I do things, and it works for me. So that is Paycheck 2. So now I need to take this number and I need to balance that forward to Paycheck 3. And I've already filled out the titles to save us a little bit of time, though the way I talk sometimes it doesn't really save any time at all. So I have my balance forward. I'm gonna take that number here and write that down, 493.93. That's an estimate, but it's also the actual. So sometimes I already know it, and that's okay. And there we go. Salary, I'm already seeing the pending deposit. I already put my comma there. Pending deposit for my husband's salary. So that's $2,552. I'm trying to find my husband's salary, and 36 cents. And that is going to be the actual, because I don't think it's going to change from the pending to the actual deposit. There we go, which is tomorrow morning. So I'm just setting up Paycheck 3, and then I'll come back and close it out with my monthly closeout video. And then I'm gonna put 0 for other, just in case something else comes in. I can put it here and we'll figure it out at the end. So the first thing I put down is Roth IRA, and that is just something I transfer into my money market account with our what do you call it, emergency fund. And I do $171 every month, and I have my notebook here that I'm not usually prepared with, but I track it on here. This is a personal tracker I created for myself. I'm going to give my little marker here, and it's the 19th, and we are going to go ahead and mark this off. And these are just nest eggs for me to remind me that I am accomplishing my goal. And I'm just going to fill this in really quick as we do this. Alrighty, so and the halfway point is right here, and all of them are $171 per paycheck. So my husband typically gets 3 paychecks a month. Well, he gets 1 every month, and then he gets 26 paychecks. So 12 plus 26, and that's how many times we take $171 out, except for the last 2, and those are down here. Those will be $172 to equal the $6,500. So I like it. It's just a simple, cute way to just, you know, keep it fresh in your mind that you're saving for a good cause. I've already fully funded 2023. This is going to help me fully fund 2024. So there you go. Electric was $165. I don't want to flip back and forth in my planner, so I wrote it off to the side. $165.90. Discovery Plus is $6.99. Sinking funds this time is going to be $368.68. Dr. Odell is always $70 unless we purchase my husband gets these collagen powder drinks. I don't know. I don't try it. He does. My husband's subscription, $39.17. iTunes is $2.99. Never forget those little subscriptions that you sign up for that you're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a couple bucks a month. Over time, that really does add up and subtract from your budget. So make sure you're tracking those small amounts. Even if it's 99 cents, track it. I mean, yeah, track it. Tithe. The only reason Tithe is here at the bottom is these all come out in the weekend, that Friday and maybe the weekend before Sunday's Tithe. So it's just in the order of how they would come out of the bank, not necessarily that I don't give first fruits or tithe to my church first. I do. It's just automatically done. So I just put them where they fall on the calendar. $256 is our tithe, and that goes to our church. And Alliance is the foundation, I think is what it's called. Alliance, it's an Alliance church. So that's where their missionaries are coming. This is supporting all the missionaries. And we love supporting missionaries. We are so grateful for our missionaries. So I love that. Vivint is our home security system, and that is $65.82. And then HelloFresh is $69.93, and then Dr. Odell one more time at the end of the month, $70, and that is our fixed expenses. So I'm going to total this up really quick and be right back. Okay, so my total here is $1,286.48. So we'll write that down here at the bottom, and that will cover the rest of the bills for the rest of the month. Usually Paycheck 3 doesn't have as many days as Paycheck 2, but this month it did follow a 2 week, almost a 2 full weeks in that paycheck period. So it's not typical, and I usually have whatever's left over in abundance at the end of the month, but this month didn't fall that way, so that's okay. $1,286.48. Now to put the budgeted amount for my variable spending, which is where my weekly check-in also falls in. So I am going to have 400, and this is what's left, what I budgeted for the entire month of grocery household, 458.81, and basically divide that in half. That's what I'll have for week 4 and week 5. They all both fall under Paycheck 3 here. Restaurants, I have plenty, $369.22. Miscellaneous, $115 for the rest of the month, and I'm going to try to rein that in. Gas is $158.52. I may have gave myself too much. We just filled up with gas, so pretty much got a full tank, and that could last us 2 weeks. So yeah, we would still have some left over if we both got gas, because I usually get 65 if it's a full tank of gas I need, and my husband usually gets 35 to 40. So yeah, there'll be plenty for gas right there. Copay, I am showing $17.10. And I always budget 0 from budgeted. And if I do go unbudgeted, which means I'm using the buffer in my checking account, and what money is left over after the bills are paid, that's when I have to deduct over here. But for right now, I'm not planning any unbudgeted. So let's see how much I have totaled right here. All right, so I have $1,118.65. There we go. So as long as I stay within this budget, I think we'll be doing good. Oh, I did not even add up the total here for how much we think the income's going to be. Hold on a second. $1,493.93 plus $2,552.36. All right. This is a guesstimate of $3,000. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the actual. I don't think any more money's coming in. $3,046.29. Okay, and I'm going to subtract what we have down here, $1,286.48, and I'm going to subtract $1,118.65. Ooh, I am showing $641.16. I need my sticky note. Where'd it go? This is what I was supposed to do last week and I didn't do it. All right. I'm going to put down a number here, $641.16. There we go. That is that. And that's Paycheck 3 setup. I'll go ahead and zoom you back out. And there we go. So that is the paycheck budget. I think we're going to do just fine. And I think we have plenty here to work with for the next 2 weeks. For the budget, we'll see how well that goes, but I think we're doing okay. And if we just kind of refrain from spending minimal spending over the next 2 weeks, I think we won't go over budget and we should be fine. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.